welcome back to Fire Emblem 3 Houses. So, yeah, we're picking up exactly where we left off. I want to play more, so we'll save and continue. White Clouds, Great
Part
Tree
1.
Moon.
White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 houses.
I can't place his voice, but I've definitely heard it recently.
The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree.
I might be crazy, but isn't Fodlan
The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough.
I guess it makes sense why we couldn't customize our character anymore.
There it is. Garrick Mock Monastery.
You have the sound of her footsteps or anything, but there's no sound of her actual mouth. I just find that kind of weird. Obviously, I don't know. It's just strange.
Ray is here.
Wait.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
Rhea was Berkut's girl back in Valentia. That's not the same Rhea, though.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
Her?
You saw her in the courtyard earlier, didn't you? The Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Lady Rhea?
As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place, I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name? A fine name indeed.
Yeah.
From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but...
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
What who have to say? I don't know, I guess we'll figure it out here in a moment. She may have said, but I don't remember, dude.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
I must work here? As a servant, I'll say?
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
To teach what?
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck.
What the hell am I supposed to be teaching?
Watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
You're a songstress?
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Middlefranc Opera Company's beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do
No.
you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain.
Okay.
The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say, I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I
Okay.
suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. you'll need it.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Geralt's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Geralt character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the Church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
I guess... What would my dude even be Professor of? Would it be like combat or something like that? The bell is the fire up theme. That's funny. What? Switch, why'd you do that?
Of course.
Okay, well, exploring the monastery, right stick to move the camera, the plus and minus buttons are to zoom in and out, B and Y is or to hold is, and holding them is dash. If you're ever unsure what to do, look to the left side of the screen, your current objectives will be displayed there. I'm gonna have to move, you know, I may be able to just make it work in the bottom left corner, we'll see what happens. There's a lot of stuff that ends up being on the screen and whatever. Okay, your first task.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers Academy.
No, duh, it's not like you literally just told me, 5 minutes ago.
To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me.
Okay, I was mentioning how it reminded me of Koei Tecmo a little
May I
bit,
ask a favor of you?
and I was thinking about it, and it's not the Attack on Titan games, the cutscenes and stuff. It's God Eater. That's what a lot of the cutscenes so far remind me of. It's interesting because I've been playing that on the Switch too, and you can move the camera around during the cutscenes, or these sort of cutscenes as well. So anyway, I get an Iron Sword, a Vulnerary, and some money for doing it. For just talking to people. Cool. Alright, quests given to you by people around the monster. Those who give or involve a quest have icons by them. Consult the quest menu to see the quests you've accepted. Icons beside each quest indicate their status. Icons for essential quests are red. Alright, Seteth and Alois are here.
I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here.
Yes.
Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
Yep. Will do. Actually, it's very interesting so far. I'm liking it. Ugh. Okay, minimap. I can... Thanks. What's this? Oh, it's a cat! Oh my gosh. Can I do anything to the... I can't pet the cat? Okay. Well, there's a cat on the floor. I can't look down at it. But there's a cat! Okay, I can't speak to this person. I guess they don't matter. Oh! Cutscene. There's the girl. I already forgot her name. Eldrin? Eligard. That's what it... Edelgard. Gosh. Sorry.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresvelk. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
I haven't met anybody. So... No for the moment. I'll come back. Mainly because I haven't spoken to any of them. Are these the Black Eagles, maybe? No, I can't speak to any of them. What?
Hey there.
I guess maybe I would like to know some more about them, because I haven't... Okay, are you someone I can speak to? No. You must be a new student. You say hello there.
Greetings! You must be the new professor. What a pleasure. As for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know? And by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now, nothing to report.
Reminds me a bit of Stall. How do I get Dimitri to be my friend? I don't know. I don't even know where he is. I don't know. Oh, okay. Here's where Dimitri is. I remember from the opening cutscene. I believe, right? Oh, no, I spotted Claude, apparently. Oh, he's over there. Right there. The camera is very not sensitive. Can I mess with that a little bit? There we go. That's better. Fast rotation speed. Oh, there's Dimitri, too. So they're both here. I guess we'll talk to Claude.
Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
I haven't met anybody. So, here are the people in the Golden Deer House. Lorenz, Raphael, Ignatz, Lysithia, maybe? Marianne, Hilda, and Leonie. Why not all of them?
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well.
Oh!
But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
Okay, it shows you his XP and blah blah blah, his class, his stats, his defining ability, which is his Leicester lineage, but it multiplies experience by 1.2. Ask again. Oh, no. Skip that. I didn't mean to do that. I guess we can look at everybody.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man.
I haven't met him
That
yet.
said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
I mean, I don't know where these people are right now, but unit does 2 extra damage while in formation with a battalion. It doesn't tell me what weapon he uses. Is he Lance? Maybe. Raphael.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and... actually, that's about it.
Alright. Goodie basket. Chance to recover up to 10% of max health at the start of each turn. What about Ignatz?
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
Alright, Watchful Eye. Grants hit plus 20. What about Lysithia? Yes.
Lysithia is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know?
Mastermind. Double skill experience earned in battle. That's probably really useful. She's a magic user, it looks like. I mean, she's got amazing magic. Alright, what about Marianne?
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Animal Friend. Unit recovers up to 20% of max HP at the start of each turn while adjacent to a cavalry or flying ally. Alright. Oh, well, that's okay.
Leone enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
Rivalry. If a male ally is adjacent, unit deals 2 extra damage and takes 2 less during combat. Her class, or whatever she is, doesn't have a weakness. So that's pretty cool. That's kind of interesting, because, like... I mean, I guess I'm going to compare it to the rivalry ability in Pokemon, where the Pokemon who has it does more damage to a Pokemon of the same sex, I believe? I don't remember. I think I'm right, though.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
Advocate. Adjacent male allies deal 3 extra damage during combat. Interesting. Alright. Well, see you, dude. I'm gonna really... Before we go talk to... What's his name? I'm gonna go talk to... What's his name? I'm gonna go... I want to talk to Eldegard and learn a little bit more about her.
So, I never properly...
People.
I am the... I wonder... I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone.
I haven't met anybody, so... let's start out with you.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant, even. But there's little to be done. One day, I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Alright, Imperial Lineage. Multiplies experience earned by 1.2. Obviously, she's an axe wielder. What about Hubert?
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but... actually, that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
Okay, Officer Duty. Grants Might plus 5 with Gambits? I don't really know what that means, so I guess maybe we'll figure out in battle at some point. Ferdinand!
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Iron, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is... perhaps too pleased with its own status.
Alright. Defining abilities, Confidence. Grants hit plus avoid 15 when unit is at full HP. Linhardt.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
I wish you'd have said his name so I would know I'm saying it right. But Catnap. If unit takes no action except wait, recovers up to 10% of max health. Interesting. Casper.
He's the second son of Count Burgleys. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
Okay, Born Fighter. Adjacent foes suffer avoidance -10 during combat. Alright, Bernadetta.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
Okay, Persecution Complex. Grants attack +5 when unit is not at full HP. Okay. Dorothy.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception.
Dorothea.
She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
Is she the daughter of that other woman we talked to earlier? Songstress. Adjacent allies recover up 10% of max health at the start of each turn. Interesting. Okay. Sure. And then finally Petra.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Bridget. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Bridget is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Alright, Hunter's Boon. Grants crit +20 when foe's health is below 50%. Cool. Alright, well, let's go talk to...
Pardon me.
I straight up forgot his name again! Dimitri.
Hello.
I wanted to say something else.
Please accept my
Something
apologies for the
completely
other
different.
day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
What language pronounces that? Like Blathid? Is that like Irish? Gaelic, maybe? Which is the same thing? That's interesting. Okay. I mean, Fargus, that definitely could be, because pronouncing it Fargus rather than Fergus, which is how, I don't know. I think we'd probably pronounce it. That's interesting.
Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
Well, I literally haven't found any one of them I can talk to.
Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
It's interesting. He was the only one that actually... Well, did I level up? I did, because I beat the boss. But he was the only one of these three to level up. I mean, obviously, Claude didn't do a lot of fighting. I felt like, though, that Edelgard did more battling than Dimitri did, but, you know. I mean, these names are going to kind of are going to get a little hard for me to remember sometimes, probably, because they're different, you know. Anyway, he has royal lineage, which multiplies experience by 1.2. And he's a lance user, we know that.
Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
Staunch Shield. If unit takes no action except wait, grants defense +4 for 1 turn. That's... I was gonna say it's a little more useful than the other dudes, but it's not... I don't know. It's not... I mean, neither is terrible.
Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime.
Lone Wolf. Unit deals 5 extra damage when no battalion is assigned or when a battalion endurance is 0. Excuse me, battalion? What? Guess we'll probably figure that out when we go into battle at some point.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
So is it Ashy or Ash? I don't know. Anyway, he's got lockpick, so that's cool. Alright, next up is Sylvain, maybe.
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
Philanderer. If a female ally is adjacent, unit deals 2 extra damage and takes 2 less during combat. Alright. Next up is Mercedes.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her.
So this is the new Felicia. Live to serve. When healing an ally with white magic, unit recovers the same amount of HP. That's literally what Felicia has. Annette.
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
Nice! Alright. Perseverance. Use Rally to grant strength +4 to an ally. And then Ingrid.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
Okay, so I think the cast of characters so far, I like Dimitri's house better, but I don't know.
I appreciate your effort.
Okay. If there's students you still have yet to speak, try each house's courtroom. Alright, or I suppose I should turn to Rhea. I do want to continue exploring for the moment.
Okay.
What was that? Oh, this is the homeroom of the Black Eagles.
This is the classroom of the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Our house leader is Princess Edelgard. There are many other nobles among our ranks as well.
Thanks. Okay, Hubert, Bernadetta, Ferdinand, Linhart, and Casper. And then Dorothea. Alright, let's talk to these guys first.
Hubert, a humble servant of Lady Edelgard. I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness. You have my most sincere thanks. This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire. Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
Hello, I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
Interesting. So do they speak a different language on her place? Is that why they had... because I was gonna say, she could speak for herself, but if she doesn't really have their language, I mean, that would make a lot of sense.
Oh.
So, get out of the way. I don't know why I'm going around. I could have just done that from where I was, but it's okay.
What? I don't talk to strangers.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right? I am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre family, the Empire's foremost house. Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
I wonder if that's actually how you pronounce like a GI in German. Eyre instead of Egger, which is how I would have probably, or Aegir, how I maybe would have expected to be pronounced. Because, I mean, I'm assuming that they all have, like, the naming and whatnot comes from different specific regions. I'm assuming that Edelgard's is German, and then it seems like Dimitri's is more of a Gaelic, Scottish, or not Scottish, Gaelic, Celtic. That's the word I'm looking for. Celtic sort of thing. And I don't really know what Claude's is. Maybe French. I don't know. I don't remember a bunch of their names.
Well, aren't you just lovely? Is this your first time in the monastery? Shall I show you around? Oh, my name is Dorothea. Before I joined the academy, I was a member of an opera company in the Empire. You should hear me sing sometime.
Are you in any way related to the other woman I met earlier?
Is it true that you saved Edelgard? That's incredible. The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Linhard, goodbye.
Linhard.
Sheesh, Linhard. How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
Alright, let's try to find one of the other houses. Oh, yeah, they're literally right here. Let's just talk to this person first. Gosh dang it.
This classroom belongs to the Blue Lion House. Our house leader is Prince Dimitri. All of us here hail from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
Okay. Sylvain.
Hey there. Are you the mercenary who saved His Highness? It's an honor to meet you. I'm Sylvain Jose Gautier. Feel free to say hi whenever you like.
Well, his name is definitely French, but like, I don't know.
Hi there. You must be the one everyone's talking about. I'm Ash. Great to meet you.
Okay.
This here is Dedu. He serves Prince Dimitri.
I have heard that you rescued His Highness. Words cannot express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
Well, thanks. Alright. Felix and
I have heard
Ingrid.
all about what you did from Prince Dimitri. As a citizen of Fargus, I thank you.
He also said you're quite skilled. And he doesn't just say things like that. I look forward to sparring with you and beating you.
Felix, must you always speak of fighting right away? Oh, and, you may call me Ingrid. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Alright.
And who's this? You don't look familiar at all. Do you work here at the monastery?
Oh, mercy! Do you think this is that mercenary people have been talking about?
Now that I think about it, that does sound like something Dimitri may have said. I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers' Academy too, then? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mercedes, and this is my best friend...
Mercedes?
I'm Annette. It's nice to meet you.
I guess that, because that's how you would pronounce it in French. Because the E has no accent, so it's an sound.
The Golden Deer House is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Our house leader is heir to the Alliance's leadership, House Regan. We have plenty of other prominent nobles as well.
Indeed. And, I mean, Regan... I don't know. That sort of pronunciation is... I mean, German. I guess it could be English, too, because E-I-I-E, it doesn't really... It tends to not matter in English.
Hey, are you that mercenary? Everyone's been talking about you. I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is...
Marianne von Edmund.
Are you joining the Knights of Seros or something? Well, I look forward to seeing more of you.
So you're the skilled mercenary who saved Claude, are you?
Oh, you are? It's such an honor to meet you. Ignatz Victor. My parents are Alliance merchants.
And I am Lysithia von Ordelia. Please do not forget it.
I think that's the same voice actor that did Nyx. Also, I'm thinking about it, and I don't think that there's any one naming convention for anybody. It seems like it's just kind of a mix of many different cultures naming. Like, it seems to be French, German, Celtic, a little bit of Nordic. So, anyway.
Are you someone's guest? The dining hall's that way, if that's what you're looking for.
No, Raphael. That's Captain Gerald's kid. Hi, I'm Leonie Pinelli, Captain Gerald's first and greatest apprentice. I'm sure he's told you about me.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael Kirsten. Who are you again?
Well, you don't know me, so... Anyway, cool. And last person.
Ah, you must be the renowned mercenary who rescued Claude. Honestly, you should not have troubled yourself over the likes of him. My name is Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. You will want to remember it.
I suppose I should return to Rhea. Yeah, let's do it. I talk to everyone now. Cool.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
Understandable.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
Which house will I choose? Good question, me, because even I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure, because I like a couple of the characters from each individual house. I don't specifically outright love one house more than the other. So, you know, I think I'm gonna start out. We're gonna go Black Eagle this time. I think I'm gonna do it. I don't know how much this actually changes the story, so I don't know if replaying through the game. Damn. I wish that I had actually saved before I did this. Maybe there's an auto save that happens right before this that I could load again. Keep thinking. Yeah. All right. I want to save. Because, alright. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Freaking zoom back out. I want to go to menu. I want to just save right now before we move on and pick a house. Alright. We're going to now go in here. And I am going to play Black Eagle.
How are you enjoying your...
So we're going to skip all this since we already just heard this. I'm pretty sure I want to go with these guys.
So you have chosen the Black Eagles led by Edelgard, correct?
For the first time, yes. I don't know how much of a difference it actually will make. And if, again, the story difference is one of the reasons I'm hesitant. Because, I don't know. We're going to go Black Eagle.
Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
I like the red border that appeared on the top and bottom. That's a clever touch.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Sedith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
For a minute there, I thought she did this. She was just bowing, putting her hand on her chest. I was thinking she did that. I'm like, no way!
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the 3 houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
Aye aye.
Wait, so our new professor is you? I didn't see that one coming.
Easy, Caspar. Aren't you being a bit rude?
You know it's a waste of time to expect politeness from him. It will be a pleasure learning from you, Professor. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to take a nap.
Don't look at me like that! Oh, and please don't talk to me too much either.
I'm sorry for the chaos you've walked into.
I hear we are rather close in age, Professor. I hope you do not mind if we treat you like one of us. In our class, we try to treat each other as equals, despite any differences in age or status. Personally, I would love to include you in that inner circle.
Sure. I literally only get one option, so what's the point?
You have a gut, Professor. I will take great joy from your teachings. Petra, I believe you mean to say that our professor has guts. That's a bit different from having a gut. You can't go around saying someone so slim and attractive has a gut. Oh, please take my apologies. I have not yet mastered this language.
Exactly what I thought.
Professor, I want you to know that it's perfectly acceptable for you to treat me as you do the others. I may be the Imperial Princess, but here at the Academy, I'm just another student. That said, know that I have high expectations of you, and high hopes. But I'm certain you can lead the Black Eagle House to greatness.
Sure. Now let's break the ice with a training session. I want to see our new teacher in action.
Why will the ice be broken? Is this a custom I have missed in my studies?
Not real ice, just the ice of, well, it just means let's get to know each other.
I don't want to train. Let's stay in the classroom and learn from a book. Let's all calm down and have a nice cup of tea, how about? Doesn't that sound lovely, Professor?
I know we all agreed to treat each other as equals, but there is a limit to what I can tolerate. The esteemed Black Eagle House requires order.
They could have... Okay.
Looks like your first job will be to quiet down this racket. I don't envy you.
They're not normally this rowdy. I do hope you can manage, Professor.
They could have gotten a voice actor that had an accent for Petra, because it seems kind of weird having her be a person who doesn't natively speak the actual language of the characters in the game. But it's just weird because she doesn't understand it, or it's weird because she doesn't have an accent, and she has issues because English isn't her first language. They could have gotten an accent, and considering her name is Petra, they could have gotten like someone with a Russian accent who could do a good Russian accent or something like that. I don't know. It really doesn't matter. It's just a little kind of strange, I suppose. I don't expect someone who has an American accent to not be able to speak English, you know? I don't know. That's just kind of strange to me. So, there are new places to explore in the monastery. Receive 1,000 gold from the Church of Seiros is funding for this month's activities. It's now the 26th.
Say,
oh my
while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise.
What does that mean?
You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything. Absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while. Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
And you believe I have a crest?
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it. That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all.
Sure. Let's see.
Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here. What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling! Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now.
It just turns out it's the mark of the Exalt or something, you know?
I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done.
Thanks.
What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps...
It's all the timelines.
Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
Okay then. I want to stop. I want to save.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month, and when.
I'm not good at doing this in real life. You expect me to do it in a video game? Okay, well I'm gonna end this episode here. This has been... The second episode just kept going on because there was so much crap and I didn't know what to do about it. And I'm really interested, I'm really excited to keep playing this game. I may do one more episode before I start editing. So, gosh, I'm really excited. So I really hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. If you did, like, appreciated. And yeah, I don't know if the story changes much aside from the characters that you interact with more often. But if I find out that there is big story differences, I will do more. I will make like either bonus episodes or attach them to other episodes or whatever. If there's something important. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Really hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, like, appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I will talk to you all later.